Assalamualaikum
Waalaikumsalam
warahmatullahi
warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
wabarakatuh.
We are from Group 2. Would like to present the result of our project about implementing DevOps using Git and Jenkins. And my name is Rofi Chandra Saputra.
And my name is Muhammad Arsif Farezi.
The definition of DevOps. DevOps is a combination of cultural philosophies, deployment, and tools that exchange an organization's ability to deliver application and services at high speed, developing and upgrading products in less time than organizations using traditional software development and infrastructure management process. This speed enables organizations to serve their customer better and complete more effective in the marketplace. Okay, next. The goal of DevOps aims to increase collaboration between the development team and the operations team, from planning to delivering applications or features to users. All of this must be done automatically so that goal of DevOps is first, increase deployment frequency. The second is increase marketing time. The third is lower the failure rate on the latest release. The fourth is shorten repair time. And the fifth is increase recovery time. Okay, this is about the DevOps tools. There are many tools which are good and very helpful during different stages in DevOps environment. You can pick from these tools to serve your needs on the basis of their popularity. There are several steps on DevOps tools. The first is continuous integration. The continuous integration is a software development practice in which developers regularly incorporate their code changes into a central repository, after which automated builds and tests are run. The main goal of continuous integration are to find and resolve bugs faster, improve software quality, and reduce the time it takes to validate and release new software updates. The second is continuous deployment. Continuous deployment is a series after continuous integration and continuous delivery have finished. The general organization or companies have a test or deployment environment, and this is where the main function of continuous development is. That is, when the results of continuous integration are declared good, the development team can immediately see changes in the test or development environment or production environment. The third is continuous delivery. Continuous delivery is a practice in software development where software developers who make changes to the code have done build and test, which are run automatically by continuous integration and are ready to deploy to a production environment but prefer not to deploy in general. And the last is continuous monitoring. A product must be monitored to find out how the product is used by users. In DevOps practice, monitoring is very important. Development team must know how the code changes impact the product as well as its users to monitoring tools. Okay, next. Okay, this is the application of ours. What is calorie counter? A calorie counter is an application that counts food or drink calorie that the user eat to drink in a day. Okay, now we go to the implementing DevOps in GitHub and Jenkins. Okay, for the first, we create the new repository in our GitHub by fill the repository name, we fill the calorie counter, and you can set your repository private or public, and then save. Okay, next. Okay, this is in our local repository with Git. You can choose a folder in your local repository, and then you can right-click your mouse and use the Git bash here, and this tab will appear in your screen. For the first, we can use the command git init to initialize our repository in local. And after that, we use the command git add to add all the files to the repository to GitHub. And after that, we can use command git commit. We can fill first commit or anything, and then we can enter it. Next. And after commit, we use the command git remote to choose where the GitHub repository in our GitHub, and at origin the URL of our repository. And then we can push our file to our GitHub with command git push origin master.
Okay, next to clone from repository. So this is the second user to do this. So because the first user already commit file into the repository, and now the second user doesn't have any project file inside their system. So what the second user to do is to clone file from repository. The goal of the cloning file is to take all the file inside the repository and download it into the second user system. And then after the second user already update the project, maybe modified something or adding something inside the project, now the second user can push to the repository again, same like before. First is initialize and then add and then commit, and then because the first commit already messages is for first commit, and now for the other than first commit, just change the message into how many commit already done. And then just git remote, and then git push to push all the file back into the repository. And now this is the first user who doing this. The difference between pulling and cloning is pulling is only getting the file that already updated or maybe modified. Meanwhile, cloning getting all the file inside the repository and download it. So since there are updated file inside the repository, now the first user pulling file from the repository and download into the first user system to get the updated file from the second user file. To pull, just git init and then git pull and add the URL from the repository. And now after the repository is done, now going to Jenkins. So after register and initialize Jenkins, now just create a new item and then put the item name and then the item type. In this case, our item name is calorie counter and then the type is freestyle project. And then after click OK, the user will lead into the configuring new item. So the first thing in general, so in the general, we are using the description to describe our application. Next is the source code management. Since we only using Git, we choose Git on the radio button. And then for the repositories, we using the repositories from the Git URL. And then the branch is master. And next is build trigger. So this is what triggers the build. We only using Paul SCM here to scheduling the build to every minute. And then we don't use build environment and build and post build action. So we just click apply and save. And now the new item already added into the user Jenkins dashboard. So after the new item is added into the Jenkins dashboard, the user can click on the time icon on the left side of the table to build. And then after that, the user must watch into two things, which mean S and W inside the table. So S is represent the build statistic here. There are 6 types of description. Red, which means fail to build. Yellow is build successful but unstable. Blue is fully a success. And then for the gray one, they are pending, disabled, and aborted. Next is the job statistic, which means represented by weather. So the first icon is the job health, which means fully sunny, which means no recent boot fails. And then sunny with some cloud, which means 20 to 40% of recent boot fails. And then cloudy, which means 40 to 60% boot fail. And then raining, which means 60 to 80% of boot failed. And the thunderstorm, which means all recent boot failed. And then this is the application for the first time we repository it. And then this is the finished product that we repository into the GitHub. So I think that's all from us. If there are any mistaken in words or maybe lacking in our project, we're truly sorry. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.